Android Studio. Use XML to build layout. 1. In activity_main.xml, switch to the split screen view to see the XML next to the design editor. In the design editor, you can preview the interface layout. 2. Try clicking on different lines of code, such as clicking a line of code under constraint layout, then a line of code under TextView. And you'll notice that the corresponding view in the design editor is selected. Vice versa. For example, if you click on a text view in the design editor, the corresponding XML will be highlighted. Delete text view. 1. You don't need the text view now, so remove it. Be sure to delete everything from the text view to the closing tag. 2. Add 16 dp padding to constraint layout to avoid the interface being squeezed to the edge of the screen. Padding is similar to margin, but it adds space to the inside of the constraint layout, instead of adding space to the outside. Add cost of service text field. 1. Check out the EditText documentation, and check out the sample XML. Find the empty space between the start and end tags of the constraint layout. 2. Copy the XML from the document and paste it into the appropriate white space within your layout in Android Studio. 3. Note that the edit text is underlined in red. Hover the pointer over it, and you'll see a "View is not constrained" error. The children of constraint layout need to be constrained so that the layout knows how to organize them. Add these constraints to the edit text to anchor it to the top left corner of the parent. Most languages are written left to right, but some languages are written right to left. That's why constraints use start and end instead of left and right. Check the edit text attributes. Find the ID attribute set to @+ID/plain_text_input. Change the ID attribute to a more appropriate name, @+ID/cost_of_service. Check out the layout_height attribute. This attribute set to wrap_content, which means it will be as tall as the content inside it. This setting is fine as there is only one line of text. Check out the layout_width attribute. This attribute is set to match_parent, but you cannot set match_parent on children of constraint layout. Also, the text field doesn't need to be that wide. Set it to a fixed width of 160 dp, which should be enough for the user to enter service charges. Note the input type attribute. The value of this attribute is text, which means that the user can enter arbitrary text characters, alphabetic characters, symbols, etc., into the fields on the screen. However, you need the user to enter only numbers in the edit text, as the field represents a monetary value. Clear the word text, but keep the quotation marks. Start typing a number in that position. After typing n, Android Studio displays a list of possible completions that include n. Select number decimal, which restricts the input to numbers with a decimal point. Another change is required, as some hints are displayed to help the user determine what should be entered in this field. Add the hint attribute to the edit text to describe what the user should type in this field. You'll see the design editor update accordingly. Run your app in the emulator. The displayed content should look like this. Add the service question. After the closing /greater than of the edit text tag, add a new line of code and start typing less than TextView. Select TextView from the suggestions and Android Studio will automatically add layout_width and layout_height attributes to TextView. For both attributes, choose wrap_content because you only need the text view to be the same size as the text content in it. Add a text attribute, set it to "How was the service?" end tag with /greater than. Note that in the design editor, the text view overlaps the edit text. This doesn't look right, so you'll need to add constraints to the text view next. Add a horizontal constraint to the text view, constraining its starting edge to be the starting edge of the parent view. Add a vertical constraint to the text view, constraining the top edge of the text view to the bottom edge of the service charge view. Add the resource ID on the text view. Later, when you add more views and constrain each other, you will need to reference this view.